The next topic is agents of pollination. Pollination is affected many agents like wind, water, insect. On the basis of the agents, the pollination is divided into two. What are the two types of pollinations? Abiotic agents, biotic agents. These and all you know very well. Anemophily. Abiotic agents. Anemophily is the first. Anemophily, pollination by wind. Hydrophily, pollination by water. Then biotic agents, zoophily, pollination by animals and insects. These and all is including in the biotic agents. So first one, anemophily. What is anemophily? Anemophily, pollination by wind, and then examples, grasses, sugarcane, bamboo, coconut, etc. The wind pollinated flowers are anemophilous. Then what are the characteristic features of anemophily? The flowers are small, inconspicuous. Inconspicuous means you cannot to see clearly, colorless, not centered, do not secrete nectars. The stamens are numerous, filamentous, and long exerted are and versatile. The flowers are produced in pendulous catkin. Pendulous means hanging. Catkin inflorescence already had to study it in 11th standard. Cat tail like structures. This is a catkin. And then spike inflorescence. These are the characteristic features of anemophilous. Next, pollination in maize. Zea maize, Makacholam. The maize is monoecious and unisexual. What is monoecious? Both male and female flowers are present in the same plant. So, the male inflorescence name is tassel. The female inflorescence name is cob. And it has a long stigma is called silk. So, what is the male inflorescence? Tassel. Female inflorescence cob. The pollen drops from the tassel. These pollens is caught by the stigma. So after that, the fertilization occurring in the zea maize. This is a pollination in maize. Next topic, hydrophily. Pollination by water is called hydrophily, and these flowers are called pollinated by flowers are said to be hydrophilous. Example, Vallisneria hydrilla. In water plants like Eichhornia and lily also, pollination takes place through wind and wind and insect. There are two types of hydrophily: epihydrophily, hypohydrophily. What is epihydrophily? Above the surface of the water, that is called epihydrophily. Pollination occurs at the water level. Example, Vallisneria spiral. Then hypohydrophily, inside the water. So the pollination occurs inside the water. Example, Zastira marina, ceratophyllum. Ceratophyllum, like that, the seagrass is the example of that. Ceratophyllum. Next is zoophily. Pollination by agency of animals is called zoophily, and the flowers are said to be that zoophilous. So, for example, there are so many examples in the zoophily. Ornithophily by birds, Ceratophyly by bats, Malacophily by slugs and snails, Entomophily by insect. Next, pollination in salvia. Already have studied in your 11th standard, I think. Salvia flower, you know, this act as a liver mechanism. The flower of salvia is adapted for bee pollination. The flower are protandrous, and this corolla is bilabiate with the two stamens. The liver mechanism helps in the pollination. This is the salvia flower. The flowers, each anther has an upper fertile lobe and a lower sterile lobe, which is separated by the long connective, with this helps of anther to swing freely. The anther will swing freely. And then when a bee is visit a flower, and it is sits on the lower lip, which is act as a platform. This lower lip act as a platform, and this enters the flower, suck the nectar at the time, pushing its head into the corolla. During the time bee enter into the flowers, the body strike against the sterile end and of that connective. So at the time the anther is touching the back of the bee, and then this stamen of the descent and strike the back of the bee. The pollen gets deposited on the back of the bee, and these bee visit the another flowers. The pollen gets rubbed against this stigma and completes the act of pollination. Pollination in salvia. This is the type of pollination in salvia flower. Already I have sent this animation video. See that. Next, fertilization. What is fertilization? Already I have told you, the fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization in angiosperm is double fertilization because inside the embryo sac there are two types of fertilization is present. So it is called double fertilization. We will see later. So first one, events of fertilization. The germination of the pollen to form a pollen tube and to reach the stigma, and then the growth of pollen tube into the style and to pass through this style and to enter into the embryo sac through the micropylar regions. And then in these pollen tube has the two male gametes. These two male gametes discharged into the embryo sac. So one is fused with the egg, another one is fused with the secondary nuclei or polar nuclei. So it is called the pollen pistil interactions. There are three stages are involved in the fertilization. One is pollen on the stigma, pollen tube in the style, entry of the pollen tube into the embryo sac. There are the three stages. First one, pollen on the stigma. So first the pollen is present on the stigma. In variety of pollen fall on the respective stigma, but all the stigma do not germinate and bring out fertilization. The respective surface of the stigma receives the pollen. If the pollen is compatible with the stigma, it germinates to form a pollen tube. This is the first stage. Next, pollen tube in the style. This is a style. After the germinating of the pollen tube enters into the style from the stigma. The growth of the pollen tube in the style depend on the types of style. So style there are three types of style: hollow or open type, solid or closed type, semi-solid or half-closed type. Last one, entry of pollen tube into the ovule. So first one, hollow or open type. It is a common among the monocots. This is present in monocots. A hollow means the tube-like structures or canal running from the stigma to the base of the style. This is style, the base of the style, the canal formations. Through this canal, the pollen tubes running through this and they secrete the mucilaginous substances. The canal is filled with the secretions. The secretions contain carbohydrates, proteins and acid phosphates. Next, solid or closed type. It is common in dicot. This is monocot, this one dicot. It is characterized by the process of central core is elongated, highly specialized cells is called transmitting tissue. Transmitting tissue, highly specialized tissue. The pollen tube grows through the intracellular spaces of the transmitting tissue. Next, semi-solid or half-closed. It is present in between the two, hollow type or solid type. Next, entry of the pollen tube into the ovule. It is a very important. 2 mark questions or 3 mark questions. There are three types of pollen entry into the ovule. So first one, porogamy, salassogamy, mesogamy. So in porogamy, when the pollen tube enters through the micropyles. In salassogamy, pollen tube enters through the salassa. Then mesogamy, the pollen tube enters through the integument. These are the three types of pollen tube enter into the ovule. Next, entry of pollen tube into embryo sac. Embryo sac, how the pollen enter. So the growth of the pollen tube towards the ovule and the embryo sac is due to the presence of chemotropic substances. That is called chemotropisms. The pollen tube, after traveling the whole length of the style, enters into the ovary locule where it is guided towards the micropylar of the ovule by the structure is called obturator. This is a obturator. This is a guidance. There is a obturator. Then after this, the pollen tube has two gametes. You know very well, male gametes, two gametes. One male gamete fused with this egg. Another one male gamete fused with the secondary nucleus or polar nucleus. This is the pollen tube entry of the pollen tube into the embryo sac. This is a method. Next, after this pollen gametes enter into the embryo sac, it is a form of fertilization. So there are two types of fertilization. This is double fertilization or triple fission. First one fertilization, another one fertilization. So what is double fertilization? So very important, two more questions. The two different method of fertilization occurs in embryo sac. Both male and female gametes are fused with the involvement of fertilization. This phenomenon is called double fertilization. One of the male gamete fused with the egg nucleus to form a zygote. This is a egg nucleus. Then both sides synergy is present. Then triple fission. Triple fission also two more questions. The second male gamete fused with the polar nuclei, it is called triple fission. So here involves the fusion of three nuclei. This phenomenon is called triple fission.